Good. All right. The Clemson Insider is pleased to be joined with big-time five-star athlete Keon Sabb. Keon is the number one ranked athlete safety in the country from Williamstown, New Jersey, Williamstown High School. Keon, thanks for joining me today, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Well, we'll get started just talking about your junior season at Williamstown. Tell me how that went for you individually.
I don't know my stats offhand, but I had a really good year. I transferred there this year, so I got to learn the defense pretty well.
Okay. Awesome. Well, as far as the recruiting process goes for you, I know recruits such as yourself haven't been able to visit schools since last March due to COVID-19 concerns in the NCAA dead period. But other than that, not being able to hit the recruiting trail to check out schools, how has the recruiting process been going for you?
It's been a little tough not being able to visit schools. There's some guys committing already without visiting schools. So I'm just taking the process really slow, just waiting till this dead period is lifted so I can visit some schools.
Yeah. Well, do you have any schools in mind right now that you're thinking about that you'd like to visit whenever recruiting opens back up and you can get out on the road?
Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, Oklahoma, Michigan, Penn State, Rutgers. There's a lot of schools that I would love to visit.
Yeah, you mentioned Clemson there. Clemson offered you last summer. Everybody knows that Clemson's very selective and stingy when it comes to who they extend offers to. So looking back on that offer from Clemson, what did it mean to you to get that? What did you think about that offer?
It's big. You as a kid, you look at all the guys getting recruited and those big guys in college and stuff when you're younger. So for me, as getting a chance to get that offer as the end of my sophomore year, as a junior, that was pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are your overall impressions of Coach Sweeney's program? When you look at it as one of your college options, what do you think about the Tigers?
It's a really good program. They definitely win a lot. Defensive side is really good. Isaiah Simmons, went there and he was a terrific football player. It's just a great place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which coaches from Clemson have you been communicating with, and how often are you in contact with Clemson staff?
I talked to Coach Venables the most out of all the coaches, and I probably talk to him at least once or twice a week.
Okay. What's his message to you right now as you go through the process with Clemson? What have you been hearing from Coach B?
In the beginning, it was mostly like football stuff, but now we're trying to get to know each other, feel each other out throughout this recruiting process.
Okay. What do you think of Coach Venables as a coach, as a person?
As a coach, he's amazing, and as a person, I'm still getting to know him. But for right now, from what I've learned to him so far, he's a really nice guy.
Okay. Yeah. What has he mentioned to you football wise about how they see fitting in potentially on their defense at Clemson?
As I mentioned Isaiah Simmons earlier, they kind of see me as one of those like as him, but more in the like a DB kind of way because Isaiah was more of a linebacker and I'm more of a DB. So
Okay. Yeah. Well, Clemson's obviously recruiting you really hard right now. Are there any other schools that you really feel are standing out to you in terms of how much love they're showing you, or how often you're talking with them, or just how hard you're being recruited by them?
It's like the same schools that I would like to visit when their period is up. So it's like Ohio State, Clemson, obviously, Penn State, Oklahoma, Rutgers, and schools like that. Yeah.
Okay. I know last October you narrowed down your list of 30-plus offers to about 15 schools. Do you have any plan for when you'd like to further narrow things down in your recruitment, make another cut?
My next cut, I'm thinking it might be top 5. I want to drop it before the dead period is up so I can figure out what schools I'm going to take visits to, but we haven't got a chance to pinpoint a date on it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Have you with no date set for that? Is there any idea in mind, any ideal timeline for when you'd like to have your commitment out of the way and commit to school? Or is that still something you're taking right now slowly and kind of figuring out as you go along?
We're trying to take it on slowly now because we don't know when we'll commit and how like the business stuff will go. So we're just trying to figure that out.
Okay. Well, whenever that time comes for you to make that college choice, what are you looking for in a school? What would be the most important factors to you for you when you pick your college?
I just want it to be a home atmosphere. I don't want to go to a school just off the name. I want a school that actually wants me for the player I am, and just the best fit for me.
Okay. Well, whichever program you ultimately commit to in the future, what do you feel they'll be getting in you as a player, and a person? Kind of, what do you feel you'll bring to the table for whatever college team you end up suiting up for?
I feel like they would get a really nice, level-headed kid who can has great leadership skills, who can get all over the field. Yeah.
Okay. Well, last question for you, man. Just as it stands right now, where would you say Clemson stands with you at this point in the recruiting process? Kind of how do you see them fitting in your recruitment moving forward?
They're definitely one of my top schools for sure. So that'll definitely be in the top 5.
All right, Keon, that's Keon Sabb, 5-star prospect from Williamstown, New Jersey. Keon, really appreciate you taking a few minutes today to talk with me and join me in Clemson Insider.
No problem.
All right, thanks, Keon.
All right.